system is 0. Be careful. Then the terminologies involved in the principle of rockets: oxidant, propellant, payload, payload ratio, exhaust velocity. Let me repeat: oxidant, propellant, payload, payload ratio, exhaust velocity. Then acceleration of the rocket. The acceleration of the rocket is also spoken in terms of the thrust of the rocket. We have two terminologies involved in this: mass of the rocket, rate of fuel consumption, or in other words, it's going to give you the exhaust velocity of the rocket. We have two different stages of rockets, but we study here multi-stage rockets. Very important question from the point of examination. Multi-rate stage rocket description. Then uses of rockets. Two terminologies: orbital velocity, escape velocity. The velocity given to an artificial satellite so that it moves in an orbit around the earth. It's orbital. Then the minimum velocity with which the body must be projected out is escape velocity. The relationship between orbital and escape velocity: V0 is equal to root of capital R into small g, and VE, this is orbital velocity, this is escape velocity, square root of 2RG, and finally VE is equal to root of 2VO. Please be careful. Orbital velocity is V0 is equal to square root of capital R into small g. Escape velocity VE is equal to square root of 2 into R into G. Compare these two, you get VE is equal to square root of VO. Understanding of various satellites. ISRO is one such organization, Indian Space Research Organization. We used to call once upon a time this ISRO as Indian Sea Reaching Objects Organization. Today ISRO is grown in a magnanimity, Indian Space Research Organization. It has taken out so many satellites into the system. Rohini RH-75, satellite of Aryabhata, IRS satellites mainly for communication, satellite Bhaskara, satellite launch vehicles that you know that, PSLV, ASLV, GSLV. You should know all the abbreviations, expansions. PSLV C5, it took the largest satellite with 1380 kgs weighing satellite on 17th October 2003, and the satellite is IRS-P6. Apple, you should know it. INSAT is our own program. INSAT 3. Start with the chapter heat. Heat, as I say, there are two things: external combustion, internal combustion. Two terminologies should be known to you. Very important questions you get from the external combustion engine and internal combustion engine. The diagrams are very important. Please make it a point. Diagrams need to be practiced. 100% sure questions. Two types of combustion engine, two categories in it: petrol engine, diesel engine. You need to know the advantages and disadvantages of petrol engine. Efficiency of the heat engine. Efficiency is always equal to work done divided by heat supplied into 100. Work done divided by heat supplied into 100 is efficiency. Advantages of internal combustion over external combustion: efficiency is more, can be started instantaneously. Size of the engine varies from small to huge. One can be fitted into small machines. No risk of accident. Amount of fuel required is relatively less. Loss of heat is less. Please think which type of engine you would like to prefer. Studying this chapter carefully. Very important for your life as well as for your exams. We'll go with a new chapter, light. Dispersion of light is very important. Causes of dispersion. Pure, impure spectrum. Visible spectrum, VIB, GYOR, visible spectrum. Visible spectrum. Then spectroscope, direct vision spectroscope, continuous emission spectrum, line spectrum, spectrochemical analysis, absorption spectrum, Fraunhofer lines, Rayleigh scattering, Raman effect. These are the terminologies you need to concentrate on this chapter. Especially Rayleigh scattering is expected in the 2 marks question. Raman effect is expected. Fraunhofer lines. Many a times this has been taken even in the objective questions. MCQ also they test it out, or even in 1 mark questions. Please be careful about all these terms. These are the important terminologies. List it out. Practice very well. Winning is yours. Sound. S-O-U-N-D. I think my sound is heard clear to you. Why you think of it, this chapter is answered very well. Speed of the sound is measured by using the formula V is equal to F lambda. Long back we studied C equal to F lambda. Now V is F lambda. Velocity, frequency, wavelength. Speed of the sound is always measured as 330 meter per second. This is the audible range. Frequency. Speed of the sound is 330 meter per second. Sometimes it is expected even as 336 meter per second. And human ear can able to hear only this 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. If my voice goes beyond this, you will only see mama, 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 what I do. Nothing else is heard. Only if I am there between this range, then you can hear me well, or whatever you say, I can hear you very well. Below this or above this, you can't. Below this is called infrasonics, above this is called supersonics. So we have both the things. To measure this, what is this? We have sonar, sound navigation and ranging. It's a device used to get internal images of internal organs of human body using ultrasonic waves. Then ECG, electrocardiography. Whenever your heart is in trouble, if you go to any hospital, they ask you to get your heart tested. Then one graph comes that way. If the line goes down, then you call it as Ram Nam Satya Hai, like that. So that is what is going to be ECG, electrocardiography. Then Doppler's effect of sound and in light we study with and its applications, radar gun and redshift. These are the 2 terms. Redshift is one such question. Many a times this has been asked for 2 marks. You have to be very careful about it. That's about sound.